going to talk to you guys about visiting, because unfortunately, listening is not listening. Because you listen, it enters, it could be bouncing around, and you haven't even visited yet, because what is it in? It's a state where the words were a sound pattern, or something like that. They were a word pattern, and you catch that word pattern, you visit it, because it's orbiting in your brain, and it orbits for too long. Guess what? You got to ask them to repeat what you said. Why all this visiting? What do I mean? Because you can't really think and talk at the same time. Think about this. You pre-bake the things, then you say them. This happens just so rapidly so that there's only a brief pause before every sentence. That's us. That's human beings. That's individuals. So, when something is said like, I need you in the time warp. Right there, it was pa-di-pa-do-pa-da-da. Really, honestly, everything is a sound to us. You have to catch it. I need you in the time warp. He needs me in the time warp. What is the time warp? Where is the time warp? You start to ask these questions once you visited. Now, the beautiful thing about these uncovered know that statements, when they're said, they're caught automatically by the hand. They are so live to the validity of the sentence that made no sense. They're so close to you when you read them. They're not very far. They're just so close. Know that I need kisses. Know that I need kisses. It's not a dun 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 dun, because that your brain does this. Your brain says, I'm going to dismiss this shit if I've got to do it every time. And it goes, bam, it catches a know that, which is very important. Remember, you've got to let them know it's okay to okay. It's okay to okay. Just say okay, and then fuck it. You don't need to say anything back. Don't feel like you need a push out. The thing about these know that statements, that okay is just this. You've got to do two things. You've got to listen, and you've got to know that you've got to say something, you see. You've got to know what you're going to say. No, you don't have to really know what you're going to say, but as that pause goes on, you're going to start to wonder, was there something wanted? And that was there something wanted could be something that you don't get until you caught it. And when you caught it, the same thing as visiting, catching, but I like visiting more, because you kind of bring your whole amount of mind to it. You can be like 83% doing mechanically things, and then when someone says something, that 83% of you, it was busy, honestly. It was busy. But when these know that's are said, the know that just says, hey, don't bother at the end of this statement thinking of what you got to say back. Don't bother thinking about that, because what I need you to think about is what I'm saying. And I say you can't think and talk at the same time, and you have to pre-bake what you say. It means you've got like 1, 2, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi things going on. And it's a lot of crush, really. It's just like this dismembering chuck of, I've got to deal with this guy's blabbering right now. It's this unrelenting cho of, am I just the listener guy now? Oh, I don't want to respond. I don't know what you wanted me to say. The best thing to do, because the number 2 rules, number 1, more importantly than what you say is what a person can say back to it. So what you want to do is you want people saying okay, because that's the best, that's an affirmation, and that's just neutral. You want to be neutral. Number 1, more importantly than what you say is how you can say it, and number 2, for everything said, there is reaction, either internally or externally, and people sing it. People really, they sing themselves because everybody's keeping their own heart pride to the chest. Remember, you don't want to see your neighbor get famous, as they say. But it's all about listening, because we all want everybody to just listen at the least exhaustion effort. We want people to just, honestly, we want them to listen. And those people that are listening, honestly, they just want to know what the fuck you want me to say back to it. I want them to say back to it. The pain about it all is it takes away from the meaning of what you say. It takes away from the pride and the dignity of the actual message. Like something that you bought, that you're proud of, and you bring it to your friend, and he says, well, what do you want me to say? Congratulations. You know, I don't have one. He starts to visit himself. Visit in a different sense. What I'm telling you We have to change the way we talk. You have to do it individually with your friends. Because Know That is designed for the individual to an individual. Know That is never designed for the individual to the many. Because you don't want to oh, I'm going to tell you to know that. I'm going to form this. I'm asking the you. When you tell a person to know that, it's like you've already viewed all their outcomes. You've already visited all their planets. You've prepared, okay? You want to bring somebody something well thought out and well prepared. The best thing to do is to not let them left thinking, what do you want them to say back to it? The best thing to do is to put these magical know that words. Know that there is a test coming up about the theories of matter. Bam. You want to know what the difference is between know that there's a test coming up on the theories of matter and there's a test coming up on the theories of matter are? Just the rhythm of how I say it comes off as a cockiness that no one gives a shit about. And I didn't give a shit about it myself, and I didn't even know I did it myself. So think about this here. What are you really doing? You're preventing yourself from doing things you don't know you're doing. That is the art of using these words. Know that. Preventing yourself from doing you don't know that something that you're doing. And that might be pressing somebody for a response. Okay. I know this is a lot to digest. But the thing is, I've been a listener to so many people, and I've been through so many reoccurrences where I take a breath, and I feel like I'm blessing the person by giving them this, I answered your ass. And it's like they want to think they didn't work for it. So what people are doing is they're asking for a lot, and with this alteration of life, it makes you not make that mistake with the bandwagon. Because you see, when you make mistakes with the bandwagon, people start to convict you and push you into their negative box. And you want to stay out about that. That's it for watching. Thanks for watching my video.